If you're charging £10, £11, £12, £15, and you're struggling with your pricing in your cleaning business, you need to stop everything you're doing and watch this very video to the end. In this video, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to break down exactly how in our cleaning business we are able to profitably price our services in such a way that we're able to stay sustainable in business, grow our business, make good revenue, and ultimately make good profit and grow our financial base in our business in the UK. Now, if you are struggling with your pricing, well, it's not your fault because nobody actually sits you down to teach cleaning business owners how to effectively price their cleaning services. Well, what happens is cleaning business owners just go somewhere, copy someone else's pricing model, brings it to their own business and just paste it there and runs through it. The problem with that method is you have not taken into cognizance what your immediate service area actually needs, or what is the prevalent circumstance in your service area. So that is a major problem. So in this way, what I'm going to do is simple. I'm going to break down exactly how you can effectively price your cleaning business and stay profitable in your cleaning business. Now, if you're seeing me for the first time, my name is OgaHans, and in this channel, what we discuss is business, personal finance, and everything that has to do with your overall financial well-being. Welcome in and stay glued, because here you're going to learn how to effectively start up a cleaning business, run it profitably, and become a successful cleaning business owner in the United Kingdom. I want to remind you, if you are struggling to grow your cleaning business in the UK, what we have done is we have established a mentorship program for every individual in the UK who is trying to start up or grow their cleaning business. So if it's something you think would help you grow a cleaning business and stay profitable, please do well to send us a message on WhatsApp and we'll jump on a call with you, assess your suitability for the mentorship program, of course, give you entry into the mentorship program. It's ongoing and it has helped a lot of cleaning business owners in the UK stay profitable, run their business properly, and make good money for themselves. That is out of the way right now. So let's jump into the topic of the day: how to effectively price your cleaning business in the UK. So the first thing I usually say here is pricing your cleaning business is a major discussion when it comes to running a successful cleaning business in the United Kingdom. And here's the thing: if you price badly, one thing is going to happen to your business. You're going to run out of steam and the business will ultimately fail eventually. So pricing becomes a major factor in the growth of your cleaning business. So the first thing you want to consider when, of course, pricing is knowing your numbers. So knowing your numbers is knowing exactly the ingredients that makes your cleaning happen successfully. And what I mean is this: for every cleaning to happen, there's quite a number of things that needs to be done for that cleaning to be successful. Number one, you have to travel to that location. So your numbers will include your travel time. Your numbers will include the supply. What I mean supplies is the cleaning product, the tools you use to execute that cleaning process. Then, of course, things like insurance, things like administration, you need to factor in these condiments into your overall pricing or quotation. A lot of cleaning business people I've seen, even my mentees who we started coaching, when they price out of emotion. They price out of desperate. They want to get this job, so they price so badly that they literally remove their margins and they do that job without getting any form of profit from that cleaning. That is one of the quickest ways to run your cleaning business down. So what you're going to do is, before you ever price, factor in your travel cost, your insurance, the cleaning materials you're using for that particular cleaning, your tools, your time, and most importantly, your travel time. These things are your numbers and you must factor them into your cleaning quotation of your cleaning pricing. Number two is set your hourly rate. Now, in the UK, everybody has an hourly rate. If you work in a job, you know your hourly rate is established nationally. You as a cleaning business owner, you ought to know your hourly rate. What is my hourly rate? This is something you have to establish. Now, the hourly rate in the UK is about £12.21. You're going to also now add your business rate into that national hourly rate to ensure that that rate not just only covers your business, but also covers your business cost and everything that has to do with the running of your business. So ultimately, what we usually say is there should be an average, okay, for a cleaner who runs, or a cleaning business. The average hourly rate usually runs within 18 pounds to 22 pounds, depending on the kind of cleaning you're doing. So if it's a regular classic clean, there is an hourly rate for that. If it's going to be a deep clean, you should have an hourly rate for a deep clean. All right, so establish your hourly rate. What is your hourly rate? How do you come about it? Now, what I tell most of our mentees is, before you pick an hourly rate, you need to do a small research and know exactly what the hourly pricing rate is within your service area. What is the prevalent rate within your service area? Now, as a new business owner, get to know this. Contact other business owners in your service area and know what they charge per hour, right? Use that as a yardstick to formulate your own hourly rate, maybe a bit higher or a little bit lower, so you can break into the market. But first and most importantly, you must have an hourly rate. I see a lot of people, I ask them, what is your hourly rate? They can't even say. Regardless of what your pricing model is, you must have an hourly rate. Everybody in the UK who works, does the business, has the hourly rate. So you must establish your own hourly rate. It is from your hourly rate you can build other forms of pricing, like a flat rate pricing. Set up your hourly rate and get that sorted before you move into the next thing. Number 3 is how to price on a flat rate basis. People have various models on which they price. So people price on hourly basis, and people price on a flat rate basis. Whichever way you're going to price, again, like I mentioned initially, you must first of all establish your hourly rate. Now, it is through your hourly rate you can then set up a flat rate. So here is a very important way to go about it. A lot of clean business owners go on the internet and pick a particular flat rate. They can say, okay, you know what, for a deep clean, I'm going to charge £250. Now, if you ask them, how did you arrive at £250? They can't really break down and explain how they arrived at that figure. So we even tell you, my end of tenancy flat rate is £350. And I tell them, how did you arrive at that figure? They can't say. So here is the best way to arrive at that figure. So if you've seen people charge 350, 300 for a flat rate, this is how you can easily arrive at your own flat rate. So the first thing you're going to factor in is first your hourly rate. So your hourly rate, say, is £30, right? You're going to add that to the number of hours you intend doing. So for every cleaning business owners, I encourage them, have a minimum time for your cleaning. So you should have a minimum call out time. In our business, we have 3 hours as our minimum call out time. So we cannot come out to clean for less than 3 hours. It can be more, but it can be less than 3 hours. So £30, for instance, this is how I'm showing you how to establish, right? How to establish a flat rate. It has to come from your hourly rate. So if your hourly rate, for instance, is £30 per hour, times your minimum hour, which will say 3, right? So 30 times 3. Then you add your logistics and transportation charge, which is usually £10 in my opinion. Then you add the charge for your cleaning materials and your cleaning equipment, which again, I did say £10. Then you add another fee for your admin, which I would put again at £10, right? So if you do this, £10 for your transportation, £10 for your cleaning materials and equipment, £10 for your admin fee and the likes. If you do this summation, for instance, you say 30 times 3, right? You've gone 30, which is £90. Okay, 90 plus 10, 10, 10, which is 30, which automatically means this becomes £120. Now, this can be what you could potentially charge for either a deep clean. But what I'm trying to show you here is how people come about flat rates. Flat rates don't just fall from the sky. People take their time to factor in several other charges into the flat rates, right? But it starts from know your hourly rate, times it by minimum hours, right? And also add your other charges like for transport, for logistics, transport, for your cleaning materials, for Of course, your admin fees. That is how you come up with a flat rate. But it must first of all start with your hourly rate. Now, if you charge flat rate for deep cleaning, do the same method. Times your hourly rate by the hours you could potentially spend in that deep clean process. At £10, for instance, it can be more for transport, and another £10, for instance, for for your cleaning materials and stools, add another £10 for your admin charge, and maybe any other charge you may want to add. You add these into that, and you get your flat rate. Like I keep saying, there are two models to price. It's either you're pricing per hour or you're pricing on a flat rate. Whichever way you're going about it, you must first of all have an established hourly rate you work with. Now, this also means that in some service areas, the customers in those areas may most likely like hourly rates. So I keep saying it that you're going to be responding to the needs of your clients or your customers in your service area, not the needs in some other person's service area. If the clients in your service area like hourly rate, go with hourly rate. If they like flat rate, then go with flat rate. Do not copy a pricing model from a different location into your own location without first considering the prevailing circumstance in your own area. That is what a lot of people get very, very wrong. That is how to go about getting your hourly rate and, of course, establishing a flat rate pricing model. The next thing would be, how do I price for a job without underpricing or losing out? The first thing I say is, do not be desperate. I know you're looking for jobs. I know you're looking for this opportunity. But one thing that is going to set you back if you approach your pricing with some level of desperation. Do not be desperate. That's the first thing I tell my mentees. Don't be desperate. You are giving a valuable service. Secondly, ask very important questions. So somebody calls you and say, hello, I want to clean my 3-bedroom flat. I want to do a deep clean for my 3-bedroom flat. Before you go ahead to price that particular service, ask very key questions. So these questions you're going to ask would essentially help you know how to quote for that service or give the pricing. Now, a lot of people will say you have to go and do a physical check, go and do a walkthrough. And I keep saying, you cannot always do a walkthrough. You cannot always do it. So if 10 people calls you for a deep clean, are you going to go to 10 locations to do a walkthrough? No, you can't do that. So what you're going to do is you're going to set out questions that will give you clues on how to price. So the first thing you're going to ask is, have you always had a professional cleaner in your house? If the answer is no, it gives you a clue that that house may likely need a lot of work to do. Number 2, do you have an oven in your house? Yes. Is it always in use? Yes. It will give you a clue that that oven will need a lot of work. How many bathrooms do you have? When was the last time you cleaned your bathroom and your toilet? These questions will give you a clue of the level of work that needs to be done. You don't necessarily need to go for a walkthrough or to go see the place or ask for a photo. Now, something does happen. Sometimes when your clients are giving too much steps to take before they buy your service, it becomes a problem. Make your service easy to buy. Do not put so many bottlenecks on the way. Once a client calls you, ask them these simple questions. Those answers will help you then price effectively. And in your pricing, in your quotation, let them understand that if the situation of the house, if the condition of the house is worse than what they have explained, there will be a possible renegotiation of the pricing and the quotation. Very, very key. Because from what we have known, a lot of clients are a bit, they try to be economical with the level of truth about the condition of their homes. They'll say, oh, it's just a very small place. It's just a little bit of clean. And when you go there, you see a totally different condition of the house. So you need to put that into a lot of consideration. Now, the last part of the pricing conversation is pricing for commercial and domestic cleaning. Commercial cleanings and domestic cleaning are quite different kind of cleanings. So for domestic, it's straightforward. It's either you're pricing for hourly rates, all right, or you're pricing on a flat rate. Either way, you must have your established hourly rate. and you must also have a minimum cleaning time. If you're starting out, your minimum time should be nothing less than 3 hours, because you can't travel to a place just to clean for 2 hours. I will leave that to you, but your minimum clean hours should not be less than 3 hours, because you're going to factor in your travel time and a lot of logistics before you start cleaning. So consider your cleaning time and consider your hourly rate. These are very important things. Commercial cleaning is priced differently. However, you can price on a flat rate for commercial cleaning. You can price per square meter. So these are ways you can price for commercial. But most importantly, for commercial, you have to go see the place, because of course it's a more detailed, bigger job. You need to go see what the cleaning entails so that you can effectively quote for that cleaning. So commercial will involve office cleanings, construction site cleanings, GP, hospitals, schools. These are commercial settings, and their cleanings are a bit more different from a regular domestic kind of cleaning. So you must know how to effectively price. Go see the place, understand the need of the place, what they want you to clean before you go ahead to clean. Now, these are some of the ways you can effectively price your cleaning business. Key points here to note: you must have an hourly rate, regardless of whatever model you're taking. Either you're pricing per square meter, or you're pricing on a flat rate basis, or you're pricing on hourly basis. You must have an established hourly rate. Regardless, you must have an established hourly rate. Number two, before you price end of tenancy, before you price your deep cleaning, if it's going to be on a flat rate, usually you can calculate it from your hourly rate. All right. So your deep cleaning should have a minimum hours to be done. In our cleaning business, we have 5 hours minimum time for deep clean. Regular clean, 3 hours. Then of course for end of tenancy, it can be more, 8 to 9 hours. We price those on a flat basis. However, we get our flat pricing from our hourly rate. Very, very important. Lastly, when you get a call for a quote, do not panic. Do not be scared, or do not be scared you are going to lose the client. Do not be overwhelmed by, that situation. Do not be desperate when you get a call. Settle down. Ask very key questions, because the questions you're going to ask would help you deduce those responses that will help you price effectively in your business. If you follow these steps I've given for the pricing, you are going to most definitely price better, and your business is going to stay afloat. If this video makes sense to you, of course, do the YouTube thing, like this video, tell us exactly where you're having challenges in your pricing. Of course, subscribe to this channel so that whenever we bring up new videos like this, you'll be the first person to see these videos, and of course, continue to learn and grow your business. If you have further questions, or areas where you have very genuine concerns, send us a message with our WhatsApp number, and of course, we would help you put proper structure in place for your cleaning business. With that being said, thank you very much for staying with us for these few minutes. Remember, like I said, we have our mentorship program ongoing. If you need a mentorship program, if you think it's going to be something that would enhance your business and help you grow your cleaning business, send us a message and we'll jump on a quick call with you. We'll discuss a few things with you and qualify you. Then, of course, give you access to our mentorship. It's a 1-month hands-on detailed mentorship, cleaning business mentorship program. And we have had lots and lots of testimonies from our mentees who we have been guiding for the past 3 to 5 months. Of course, in this channel, like I said, we'll discuss everything that has to do with cleaning business and how to grow a profitable business in the UK. That being said, thank you very much. And of course, I'll see you again. Cheers.